Welcome back. This is our fourth parent workshop. This is a recording for parents that need to do a makeup. And please don't forget to let me know, either email or text me, so I'll give you full credit. Welcome at Home Reading Coach. Agenda, guidelines, reading tip, practice time, reflection, and updates. Workshop guidelines. Be prepared, be present, be courteous, ask questions. Why are we here? We're here so that your child has a goal and an action plan. We're here because your child has a goal and an action plan. This should have been shared with you by last week. Let me know if you haven't received it. We're here because we learn and practice. We're here because you read and ask questions. And we are here so that your child gets a reading boost. What is a skilled reader? Well, a skilled reader is one who can figure out the words. He or she can read like a storyteller. The child understands the story, and finally, the child is engaged and hopefully enjoy what they are reading. Find your materials. Today's reading tip includes ask questions before reading, ask questions during reading, ask questions after reading. Bonus, coach, don't tell, tricky words. So this is the bonus tip that we want to emphasize today. Teachers and parents, because when we were growing up, we were taught in a way where our teachers and our parents tell us what the answer. But right now, the research is saying that the best kind of coaches are the ones that don't tell, but ask questions or lead them with leading questions so that the child can figure out on their own. Okay, simply having conversations is a proven technique for increasing your child's vocabulary. Ask questions before reading. Ask your child, what do you think this book will be about? What in the book makes you think that? Who do you think will be the main character of this book? What is one thing that may happen in this book? Why do you think that? When you think about what may happen in a book, you're making a prediction. For nonfiction book, ask, what do you think you're going to learn? Ask questions during reading. I noticed the word. What can you tell me about this word? What do you think is going to happen next? What in the book makes you think that? If you were in this story, what would you do? Talking about words is great for building vocabulary. You can ask questions about words like, have you heard that word before? Ask questions after reading. So what happened in the end? Was our prediction right? What was this book all about? Why do you say that? Show me in the book. If you were in this story, what would you do? Talking about books is a great way to help your child become a better reader. Follow up by asking why to keep the conversation going. Coach, don't tell. This tip will help your child figure out tricky words. Pick a tricky word, look for ways to coach and ask questions. Remember, look at pictures, letters, little words, and use other strategies. Why? Helps your child become an independent reader. So that's the key. Why we ask questions, why we don't just tell them the answer. It's so that we can get them to not dependent on us all their life or most of their school years. We want them to learn to become independent, to become an independent reader. They don't have to depend on us. They can figure out on their own. So that's why. Okay. Pick a tricky word that they do not know. Your child is likely to see again. It's difficult, but not too difficult. Pick a tricky word. Child. This ranger works in forests. Okay. Grown up. So instead of say, when this child says, this ranger works in, then you go, forest. No, instead of saying that, say, here's a tricky word. Look for ways to coach and ask questions. Coaches don't tell the word right away. Instead, they ask a question or direct their students to use a strategy. Stop yourself. Fight the temptation to tell right away. Use pictures to coach. So instead of saying force, instead of you take some time and say, what does the pictures tell us? What's the first letter here? It's what F? What's the letter sound of F? Okay, and what is the picture of this? And basically, you try to let them come up with the word force. Practice asking this question to your child now. Okay. Grown up, what do you see in the picture? I see trees, grass, the woods outside. Grown up, what letter do you see at the start of the tricky word? F. Child, I see an F which says F. Grown up, do you see any little words you know inside the tricky word? Child, let me look closely. I do. I see the word for. Grown up, put it all together. The child, the word is forest. Don't forget to congratulate your child. Now, if your child still, this is perfect, kind of like a perfect type of scenario. But let's say the child still never got there where the child could figure out it's forest. Then don't let them just sit there and get frustrated. After 3 or 4 seconds, you got to say, okay, let's go. Or rest, forest. So eventually you do have to tell them if they are frustrated and couldn't figure out on their own. You don't want to leave them in a worse state. Okay. Other strategies to use when coaching. Point to the words as you read. Use your finger to point to each word as you read. Eagle eyes. Look at the pictures for clues. Look at the pictures for clues about what the words might be. Lips. Get your lips ready for the first sound. Get your lips ready to say the first letter sound of words. Other strategies to use when coaching. Stretch. Stretch the word to hear sounds. So stretch each letter sound out slowly so you can hear it. Go back and blend the sounds together. Chunk. Look for chunks and small words. Look for small chunks or words inside big words. Put the chunks together. Skip. Skip over the word. Skip over a tricky word and read the rest of the sentence. What could make sense? Other strategies to use when coaching. Flip. Flip the sound. Flip the vowel sound. Flip the vowel sound and see if it sounds like a word you already know. Keep trying. Read again if it doesn't make sense. Keep trying. Go back and read the words again. Give it another try. Help. Ask for help after trying strategies. After trying all the other strategies, ask for help. Remember today's reading tip. Ask questions before reading, such as a book talk, picture walk, asking about the titles, asking about the cover, and so on. Ask questions during reading. So you could use stop and say strategy. Okay. And the strategy that we coaching strategies. Ask questions after reading. That's mainly about what happened, give a summary, what are the details, what other books remind you of this story. Again, the underlining, even though it's a bonus, is actually the main focus is coach, don't tell. But don't wait too long. Eventually, if the child still don't get it, you're going to have to tell them. Need another question? Ask your child. What does that word start with? What do you think this book will be about? What do you hope to learn? Find out. What did you think about that character? What do you think will happen next? What in the book makes you think that? Can you tell me 2 things that happened in this story? Why were they important? Okay, before we go to practice time, because this is a recording, let me cover a thing, then I'll come back to here so you could stop the video and practice with your child if you have the time. Okay. Your question will help someone else in the room. Okay. Well, okay. Kids A through Z. 1, read on, which is just RAS kids. Okay. Read to reach your reading goals. 3, last day to read is July 30th. That is the Thursday before the celebration date. Learning bonus celebration is on July 31st. So for my class, I tend to say Monday, which is 3 days before this. But now the official word is last day to read is July 30th. So if you want to get the highest award with the books, the backpack, and the tablet, all the reading, the 80 books need to be read by July 30th. That's that Thursday, the day before the learning bonus celebration, which is on July 31st. And for people in my class, in Mr. Chi's class, it's 11:30. Okay, you said, how come so late? We always start at 9 o'clock. It's because it's staggered, and other teachers, it was first come, first serve, and there were some rabbits among the teachers, and 3 of them beat me to it. So I was the 4th. I was not the last, and so my time slot was 11:30, and that's why. Sorry about that. So it's 11:30 to 12:30, but yeah. So do the best you can. You get raffle tickets and all that. So show up. All right. See you next week for workshop 5. So this is not the last one. This is the workshop 4. There will be one more workshop. And do show up. Okay, let's go to that practice 1 slide, and I will let you go. Practice time. Grab a book, ask questions before, during, and after reading. Coach, don't tell tricky words. Read some more. Practice the strategy on your action plan. Type. Okay, so go ahead, if you have time, do that, and we'll see you next time. Okay, see you later. Don't forget to let me know if you are making up. Just text me or email me. Okay, we'll see you later.